Okay. My setup is kind of crazy today. Hold on. 1 second. Ooh. Mike, what's this? Audio is okay. Boom. Uncle Voodoo, you've been watching all week for this, waiting all week for this. Okay. Yeah. Man, you've been waiting all week. That makes me feel special. man. It's been busy so far, man. Greetings, Carolina's mom. Just waiting for more people to come up in here, man. We got TikTok in the house. We have Facebook. We have YouTube in the house. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What? If someone voyait yon job sou yon moun, combien de temps la prend pour le mourir? Ça dépend. Si yon moun voit un job sou yon moun, ça dépend. Ça dépend de qui qualité la vie yo vive même. You know? So si yon moun qui marche l'église, la vie yo pas fragile tant que yon moun qui nan vieux bagay gangster. Right? Si yon moun nan vieux bagay gangster, la plus facile pour moun nan mourir de façon qui grave que yon moun qui marche dans l'église. OK, ou ga regarder moun qui marche l'église comme si yon moun qui ka malade. You know, li gen doit malade. Et puis comme ça, li gen doit passer comme ça. But combien de temps? Ça dépend de la vie. Si moun nan mange bien, maladie pas priver si moun nan facile comme ça. Ça dépend de qui partie de la vie qui fragile. Que esprit a exploité pour frapper yo. You know, so listen, but si yo je non façon pour frapper un monde, il doit listen. Ça dépend de l'âge là tout. Je sais si moun c'est un vieux grand monde, bah ça c'est you know, c'est comme ça non on année on grand monde qui va tomber dans magie. Si c'est un jeune garçon, ça prend pile temps. Et puis pour Jean bah ça arriver sur monde, ça dépend on a pile bagaille. Faut mettre notre tête tout, you know, like pour résultat non bail comme ça parce que c'est un bail qui juste fait comme ça. Good evening. The favorite Haitian. Who's 30? Oh, 30 ans? Oh, he's 30? Nah, listen, Shelly, m'a question bagay ka passer comme ça facile. But you never know, ça dépend qui ça fait. Parce que like ça dépend qui a été travail ou fait, but c'est pas un bagay qui juste a passé comme ça. You know what I mean? Like this, you know, ou qui doit avant ça arriver au monde, 1 second for my American audience. Avant bagay ça arrive au monde nan qui doit faire pile, you know, tragédie. You know, monde nan qui doit faire accident, monde nan qui doit perdre travail. Mais c'est pas ça 30 ans, monde nan toujours jeune. You know what I'm saying? They got youth on their end. See, I pump fluid. They pumping fluid out of them. Then that means that whatever you got going on is affecting them. Then, you know what I'm saying? So listen, just whatever you do, don't take your foot off the gas. That's all I'd say. Yeah, you ask me questions and you see resultat, man. Ou méchant, oui? Ou méchant, man. Yeah, that's crazy as hell. Man, you crazy. You crazy. Well, let me see what's going on, man. Let me see what's going on. Hold on. Didi, I want to hear about sending people to sleep with. What? I wanted to hear about law sending people to sleep with. How you heard of law forcing people into sexual? Man, I mean, listen. See, listen, I'm gonna tell you, when you serving certain spirits, man, some spirits will just bring you women. You know what I'm saying? Some spirits would do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, see, my homeboy may not want me to tell this story, man. But this is a client. I kind of consider him like my homie. We be talking daily from time to time. My client, I'm gonna drop a story down to you, man, about this love magic. Since this lady brought this thing up, hold on, let me turn this volume down, man. This lady brought up a question. Hold on. Where the heck is the remote control? One second. I'm trying to turn this volume down. Hold on. Let me find out King Brujo trying to do magic on me so I don't find my remote control. Woo! Let me tell you something. Good evening, Gola. Oh, buenos noches. What's going on? But listen, here's a story. This guy he's doing some love work. Listen, this is a crazy story. This guy was doing some love work, and speaking about contract, where a person gets a lot of spirits sending them work. Sending them love and stuff like that. Women for them to have their fun with whatsoever. This guy was flooded with women. To the point where I told him, like, listen, this guy was like, this is a guy I bragged about on my channel. I bragged about him, man. I bragged about his life, about how he leveled up. You know what I'm saying? And listen, the brother went crazy. You know what I'm saying? He went crazy. Like, when I say crazy, let me tell you something. Some spirits will send you so much women. You know what I'm saying? So, like, see, the women don't care about this stuff, man. But for guys, money, women, you know what I'm saying? That's a big thing for guys. So for him, I guess he never ever had like that much attraction in his life. This guy was on a job, and his job, they had like some rules that you can't be engaging with your colleagues like that whatsoever, or it's like you can be fired or something like that. So come to find out, buddy, he did the work, and I'm telling you, this boy was on fire. Women on top of women. Like, I'm telling this guy, slow your roll, man. Be careful. Be careful. What you doing? Like, be careful. This guy doesn't even take heed to me, man. We used to talk, congregate, and then talk about different things that's going on with different work. This guy started getting MIA on me. MIA. Nowhere to be found. This boy laid up, booed up, whatsoever, you know what I'm saying? And Peter Red, what's going on? Yeah, so, he's laid up, booed up, you know what I'm saying? And I told him, listen, the girl is starting to show signs of jealousy. Let me tell you something. When you're doing love magic, that thing can make people jealous. Thank you for the hearts. Gracias. Yo, listen, when you're doing love work, that thing can make people jealous, man. This boy started going over here, you know what I'm saying? He was double dipping, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm going to go out with this colleague, and I'm going to go out with that colleague. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm trying to warn this brother, like, yo, listen, the love magic is doing what it's doing, but you got to be careful, because you had a job that basically is against, fraternizing. You know what I'm saying? So now here you go. You having a good old time with this girl. Now this girl see you with that colleague. Now she gets jealous. So you know what that lady did? She reported him. This guy was at a high-paying job. High-paying job. So when you talk about contracts with love magic, this here is an example. But you got to put your reason into play. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got love magic going on, and basically the spirits are sending you love, some things you can decline. You can tell the spirits, like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Because I'm at work. I can't afford to be messing around with multiple women. Because listen, when you have a contract with these spirits for love, they're gonna start flooding you. Like, if you're trying to bring some new love into your life, they'll be flooding you with love. Flooding you. They'll be flooding you with so much love. So much beautiful women. Man, I'm telling you, this boy could not control himself, man. So it was like, hello. I was warning him, but that's a downfall of man. When men get women, we can't control ourselves. We want to keep on. We want to go for the best. Man, this boy was going crazy, man, and it just messed me up, man. It messed me up. This guy was like let me say I'm not going to go into detail with it, but we can say he was a doctor. You know what I'm saying? An entry level doctor whatsoever. Let's just say entry level doctor or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to put out what his career is and stuff like that, but entry level doctor. This guy was on his road to, elevating, climbing, but he made the contract with the spirits, and this boy went crazy. The girls on top of girls, that's how he jeopardized his business, man. 1 second. He should have known better. Okay, what we have here? I heard. Okay, I wanted to hear about the law sending people to sleep with. Oh yeah, I just answered that. Okay, 1 second. Man, a long day. What? They sent me a hat. Thank you. Man, what's going on? So listen, let me see what's going on over here. Man, I am super tired. Last night, I'm not even gonna tell you guys what I was doing last night. You talk about love magic. Listen, last night, I'm gonna say this, man. All I can just say is like Diddy. Last night, last night, man, I ain't go to listen. Man, I'm telling you, man, last night I'm telling you, last night, you talk about love magic. I had to step back in the game myself. You know what I'm saying? That love magic is serious. That thing is crazy. Again, Peter. 1 second. Peter, I'm going to get into that. Peter, I would say this. I warned Buddy, and this is the thing that people don't like to do. When I try to tell people certain things, people don't want to listen to me. They don't want to listen to me. And, and that's what happened, man. I feel sorry for him, man. But all right, let me go back here. Peace, y'all. From understanding, Conzo became popular after families were displaced from the lands when U.S. infiltrated Haiti and forced them to go into Port-au-Prince. Is that really the case? I don't really know. Everybody got their own spin on certain things. I mean, I've heard certain things about certain things. And, listen, everybody come up with their own philosophy of what things are. At the point, I don't even know. All I know is this. In some places, it's a requirement. In some places, they don't care. They don't even care about that. You know what I'm saying? So, that's how I see it. I don't care nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care nothing about it, It's from what I've seen so far with Conzo, this initiation thing into Vodou. Listen, I've seen people in America that haven't been initiated, you know what I'm saying? And these people are very good readers. They're some of the best readers I've seen, better than a lot of these people from Haiti whatsoever, or that's practicing Haitian Vodou, and they've never been initiated. So for me, I can care less about initiation or Conzo. What's the best to connect with your own loi? I mean, listen, the best way to connect with your own loi, you got to have the knowledge, girl. You know what I'm saying? They got to give you the connaissance. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the connaissance, man. So when you get that knowledge, that's it. Folk get connaissance. You got to get the knowledge, hon. There's certain things I can't say on social media. That's behind closed doors, man. There's certain things I can't say for social media, man. There's certain things that's just behind closed doors, man. You know what I'm planning on start doing? I don't know if I'm going to do this, but I'm going to start implementing readings in my lives, yo. I'm probably going to start doing that, but I got to see how that thing works out. I'm going to see what it is. I'm like this. I hate doing them, but I think that's going to be fun. Cuz I've seen a lot of people doing it. For me, I usually listen, for about 8 years. For about 8-9 years I've been on social media. I've always been a person that's like, I'm doing this shit behind closed doors. I'm not doing this shit for the public. And I never really entertained the idea of doing this shit on social media. But now I'm thinking like, okay, I mean, listen, there's leçons, there's readings that people do that's without that when you're communicating with law. For me, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. That part is very spiritual. You know what I'm saying? That's for like high level readings behind the scenes. But as far as readings now, I might just surface level readings with this tarot cards, surface things like that, cool. But we start talking about lists and high level readings, high level sessions like that, I'm definitely not going to be putting that on social media. But just for fun's sake, doing the readings and stuff like that, I think that would be cool. You know what I'm saying? I think that, because listen, I heard this one girl, she made about $800 doing readings, just doing readings whatsoever, Like she made $800 on TikTok, on a TikTok live. On a TikTok live, she made $800. So I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? What? On a TikTok live, just sitting there just doing readings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking about getting down on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about getting down on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not only that, I think it will enhance the lives. The Q&As is cool. A lot of people do seek my Q&As, but I think that'll definitely help the lives. Okay. Someone asked, what is the difference between a baka and a job? You can see I'm tired, bro. I didn't go to sleep until like, man, what, 4 a.m. in the morning? You know what I'm saying? Last night out, again, I'm not going to go into detail. I'll just say last night, in my Diddy voice. That's what was going on last night. But listen, the difference between a baka and a loa, a baka and a job. See, a job, the way it's used in Creole is a force that sheds blood. A spirit that sheds blood, any marionette can be considered a job. You know what I'm saying? Like some spirits that are aggressive, they can consider Lingling Su a job. I mean, that all depends on who's using it, who's used that terminology, and it all depends on the person too. Because a job can vary from who's actually saying it and how they mean it. You know what I'm saying? Where a baka can be a derogatory term which a person that's in the church may use to identify things, the spirits in Vodou or just spirits in general that's not of the Christian religion whatsoever. That's what a baka could be in that sense, but a baka ultimately means monster. But when people use it on baka, like a baka is like bad. I think baka, so on bakawi, so just looking at this thing about the understanding of how it's being used. That's on bakawi. A baka. Okay, when using it that sounds more deeper than a job. That's on job. That's on job. Okay, job, everybody uses the word job, but when you hear somebody says a baka, that is like scary. That's like really, that person's really shook when they use the word baka. But, these are just terminologies. You just got, I would say don't get too caught up in the terminologies, but they can be important whatsoever if you speak the language. Do I have experience in 21 divisions? No, I do not. Mm-hmm. But what I will say is this, from people that I know that's part of 21 divisions, a lot of Dominican people I know that are practitioners, I noticed that in what they practice, a lot of this stuff is similar to what we practice in Vodou. Say some of them, I believe some people serve Ezeli Freda. They serve Ogu. I'm like, when you see them practicing what they're practicing in DR, and you compare it to how we practice in Haiti, it's like this. It looks pretty similar. Of course, there's definitely differences, but a lot of Loa we serve, they serve them spirits over there in DR too. You know what I'm saying? One second. But there's definitely other spirits that they serve that is not in the Vodou canon. 1 second. What do we have here? Hello, Danny. Can you burn a candle? Hold on. Can I burn a candle used for Magi just a few hours instead of all night? I mean, what's the point of burning just for a few hours? What type of influence do you get just for a few hours? Hell nah. Let that thing burn like burn, baby, burn like Disco Inferno. Hmm? Okay, so now what do we have here? Who we have here? Oh, we got some more questions. Do you choose the loi or do they choose you? I'm just saying, I mean, for what that's a good question, most of the time if we're talking about practice, you get become part of the religion, we can say they choose you before you choose them. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the line of a person feeling like, you know what, they want bon chance, you know what I'm saying? 1 second. What was it? Hold on. What's trying to go back in my mind? But anyway, I was just trying to think of something whatsoever, but it could just come to me at the moment. Um, Again, it's one of those. You got some people that get into the tradition and they're like, okay, boom, I want to add more spirits into my repertoire. I want to play. I need a spirit that's going to help me out with gambling. You find that situation. You know what I'm saying? Some spirits are there to help people out even with gambling. So some people may deal with certain spirits for that, and that's by choice. That's personal preference. Yeah. What we got here? I mean, how much is a street sweeper ring? You definitely have to contact me for that. What we have here? Listen, I to be honest with you, how does Haitian voodoo sorcery affect those people who are non-Christian, as in Buddhist or Hindu and such? Well, I have a friend. I have a friend of mine that he's Asian, and there's certain people that are Buddhists. It affects him the same way. Let me just say that he's done some work against some people that are Buddhists. It affects him the same way. Ain't no difference, man. Religion is just a label. Just a label, my friend. Just a label. What's your most scariest? Listen, I got so much. Listen, I've been doing this for God knows how long. What's the scariest? Man, what's the scariest? I don't think the scary things have really happened. I don't think they're scary to me. But I will say this: that I know some people that were doing certain things wrong, and they definitely caught the, saying they definitely caught the raw deal. So let me explain. See, there's certain spirits like intranquil spirits, right? You got to someone. I'm gonna answer the TikTok question. The TikTok question was, "What's my bad experience?" I'm actually giving an example because for me, I listen. My stories are dry, and I don't even think that they're scary. You know what I'm saying? Like I live a life. People are like, how are you not bothered by this? How come you're not scared? I don't know. I'm just numb to a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? But I will use what I would think would be scary. I remember this one lady. Everything was moving fine with her. basically did some Intranquil work. She basically did something that she wasn't supposed to. Doctor calls her up, and I gotta tell people, Intranquil spirits, those type of spirits can definitely cause problems. Especially, it's definitely problems that's like almost irreversible if you don't fix what you're doing. So anyway, she does something that she wasn't supposed to do, and come to find out, doctor calls her. He says they found some very strange shit in her vagina. I mean, what they call it, I guess one of her pap smear tests or something like that. You know, or one of those things, man, or something like that. Abnormal cells. So you already know what that is. They asked her to come in. So when she called me up and told me they called her in ward, so I said, listen, you need to fix that, because what that is, when you hear something like that, great chance that they're talking about cancer. So she told me that, and yeah. And I told her, listen, fix everything the way I told you to do it. Come to find out, she gets a call from the people, and they be like, they made a mistake. They made a mistake, and it said something on the line of, she was, you know, she's okay, whatever, you know, blah, blah, blah. Now here goes another one that wasn't fortunate. This person was doing Intranquil work. I told him, do things X, Y, Z like this. The person chose not to do things the way I told them. I guess they did their own way. She gets a call from the doctor. Same thing, abnormal cells, but in throat though. So she had to go in and saying her thing was not like the other one. They had mercy on the other one. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was because she was German. It's like, you got to pay for what your ancestors did to, you know, yeah. So back in World War II. So I guess that's what it was, you know. But anyway, just joking. So anyway, she had to go in for chemotherapy for her throat because she had throat cancer out of nowhere. That's crazy. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? When you get threatened with cancer is, you know, that's some scary stuff, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's what I say with that. Would a Vaudouisan getting a baptism increase the power of upset law? No, it's not. I was baptized. Most Vaudouisans are baptized. I don't know about the new school. Man. I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? The new school, they got these young, new generation people. I don't even know who they are. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is that most of the old school Haitians, a lot of them are Catholic. So a lot of them are, or whatever, they all came up in the church. So a lot of these people were already baptized. You know what I'm saying? If he was out of the church, Catholic church, then they was already, you know, baptized in the church that they was in. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it goes, man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about today. You know what I mean? What these young people got going on with their new stuff, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I do not have experience with gentil criminel. Well, finally, somebody who understands that not every Vaudouisan knows every spirit. He asked, do you have experience with the law called Jean criminel? You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that this person understands that, because some people don't understand that. They think every person that practices Vodou basically knows every law out there, and that's not the case. What do we have here? Thank you. What's your opinion on serving without initiation? You got listen. I'm not initiated. I was just giving the game for the family. But what I will say is this: if you ain't got family who taught you, and you just doing the things on your own, man. Listen, I've seen people try to make some fake stuff, bro. That jiggle like crazy. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, if you're not initiated, just know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because not being initiated does not disqualify you from being able to do things. You just got to know what you're doing. See, where initiation is like l'école. You know what I'm saying? It's like school. You're going to school to learn how to do things. Thank you for the roses. What, 13, 14, 15, 16 roses? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I got like 21 roses. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, initiation is like going to school. You're learning things, man. But you want to make sure that you got the game. That's really it. What's your opinion? I already answered that. Okay. Does the client have protection on them when using Intranquil spirit work? I can't tell you all that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come and find out. Your best protection, I say, is this: do everything right. I don't care what type of protection you got on. You know what I'm saying? You better make sure you do everything right. That is your best protection. For me, I don't believe in doing no protection. Do what you're supposed to do, and that's it. By you being abiding by the guidelines, that's your best protection. I mean, you can see that even on social media. People can't knock down my account no more because I follow the guidelines now. I have yet to say a curse word yet in this live here. Not one. So same thing with you guys. Looking at it from a spiritual point of view. Basically, you want to dot all your I's and cross all your T's, and that's your best protection. Do everything that you're supposed to do correctly. Man. So listen, I think I'm going to cut tonight short because listen, I need to give myself some rest. I've been up since like 4 a.m. Man, putting a lot of work in last night. I'm not going to say what I was doing, but last night, I'm going to holler at you guys later. I'm out.